ओम अज्ञानं तिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वरूपं कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरु श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरु वैष्णवं च श्रीरूपं सागरजातं सहगं रघुनाथमितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपदां सहगं ललिता श्रीविशाखावितं च नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमती भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवी गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पार्षदेश तारिणे हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीन बंधु जगतपते गोपेश गोपिकांत राधाकांत नमस्ते तप्त कंचन गौरांगी श्री राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरि प्रिये वंचा कल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिंधु एव च पतितनां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंदा श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवसादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। जगत गुरु श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। प्रोजेक्ट स्क्रीन विजिबल है? yes जी प्लीज स्टार्ट करेंगे यहाँ से
जी। Purport. Shripad Shankaracharya explicitly says, "You fools just worship Govinda," and that Bhagavad Gita spoken by Narayana himself. Yet foolish people still conduct their research work to find out Narayan. Consequently, they were wretched and they waste their time for nothing. Narayan is never wretched nor प्रभु जी एक मिनट में गेट पे कोई है सॉरी
हाँ नो इशू
sorry प्रभु जी continue
yes
Yet foolish people still conduct their research work to find out Narayan. Consequently, they are wrenched and they waste their time for nothing. Narayan is never wrenched, not dairy. What is this? What is it in?
Daridra. Yes.
Not Daridra, rather, is worshipped by the goddess of fortune, Lakshmi, as well as by living entities. Shankara declared himself to be Brahman, but he admits Narayan or Krishna to be the Supreme Personality who is beyond the material creation. He offers his respect to Krishna as a Supreme Brahman or Parabrahma. Is worshipable by everyone. Only the fools and enemy of Krishna who cannot understand what the Bhagavad Gita is, thought though they make commentaries on it, says it is not the personal Krishna to whom we have to surrender ourselves utterly, but to the unborn being, beginningless, eternal, who speaks through Krishna. Fools rush in where angels fear to tread. Whereas Shankara, the greatest of impersonalists, offers his due respect to Krishna, his book, the Bhagavad Gita, the foolish says that we need not to surrender the personal Krishna. Such an unenlightened person do not know that the Krishna is absolute and there is no difference between his inside and outside. The difference of inside and outside is experienced in the dual material world. In the absolute world, there is no such difference because in the absolute, everything is spiritual. Such Chet Anand and Narayana or Krishna belongs to the absolute world. In the absolute world, there is only the factual personality and there is no distinction between body and soul.
Okay. The Upanishads are as a herd of cows. Lord Krishna, son of a cowherd, is the milker. Arjun is the calf. The supreme nectar of the Gita is the milk. And the wise man of purified intellect is the drinker. Purport. Unless one understands spiritual variegatedness, one cannot understand the transcendental pastime of the Lord. In the Brahma Samhita, it is said that Krishna's name, form, quality, pastime, entourage, and paraphernalia are all Ananda Chinmay Rasa. In short, everything of his transcendental association is of the same composition of spiritual bliss, knowledge, and eternity. There is no end to his name, form, etc., unlike in the material world, where all living things have their end, as stated in the Bhagavad Gita. Only fools deride him, whereas it is Shankara, the greatest impersonalist who worship him, his cows and his pastimes as the son of Vasudev and the pleasure of Devaki. Yes, yes, yes,
The Upanishad,
yes, yes,
यहाँ
yeah,
से thou the son of Vasudeva, destroyer of the demons, Kansa and Karuna. Thou the supreme bliss of Mother Devaki, O thou, the Guru of the universe, teacher of the worlds. Thee, O Krishna, I salute. Shankara describes him as the son of Vasudeva and Devaki. Does he mean that by that he is worshipping an ordinary material man? He worships Krishna because he knows that Krishna's birth and activities are all supernatural. As stated in the Bhagavad Gita 4.9, Krishna's birth and activities are mysterious and transcendental. Therefore, only the devotees of Krishna can know them perfectly. Shankara was not such a fool that he would accept Krishna as an ordinary man, at the same time offer him all the devotional obeisances. Knowing him as the son of Devaki and Vasudeva, according to the Bhagavad Gita, only by knowing the transcendental birth and activities of Krishna, one can attain liberation by acquiring a spiritual form like Krishna. There are five different kinds of liberation. One who merge into the spiritual auras of Krishna, known as the impersonal Brahman effulgence, does not fully develop his spiritual body, but who fully develops the of Narayana or Krishna in different spiritual abodes. One who enters into the abode of Krishna develops a spiritual form exactly like Narayana, four-handed, and one who enters into the highest spiritual abode of Krishna, known as Golok Vrindavan, develops a spiritual form of two hands like Krishna. Shankara as an incarnation of Lord Shiva, known all these spiritual existence, but he does not disclose them to his then Buddhist followers because it was impossible for them to know about the spiritual world. Lord Buddha preached that void is an ultimate goal, so how could his followers understand spiritual variegatedness? Therefore, Shankara said, Brahma, Satyam Jagat, Brahma Satya Jagat Mithya, or the material variegatedness is false, but spiritual variegatedness is fact. In the Padma Purana, Lord Shiva has admitted that he has to preach the philosophy of Maya or illusion in the Kali Yuga as another edition of the void philosophy of Buddha. He had to do this by the order of the Lord for specific reason. He disclosed his real mind, however, by recommending that people worship Krishna for no one can save simply by mental speculation composed of word jugglery and the grammatical maneuvers. Shankara further instructs Bhaj Govindam, Bhaj Govindam, Bhaj Govindam, Mudamate, Samarpate, Sanhati Kale, Nahi Rakshate, Duraka, Dukan Karan. What is the last word, Prabhu?
yes, yes.
What is written
Dukran,
in the last?
Dukran Karane.
Dukran Karane. You intellectual fools just worship Govinda, but just worship Govinda, just worship Govinda. Your grammatical knowledge and word juggling will not save you at the time of death.
Yes.
Hare Krishna.
Of that terrifying river of the battlefield of Kurukshetra, over which the Pandavas victoriously crossed, Bhishma and Drona were as the high banks, Jayadratha as the river's water, the king of Gandhar, the blue water lily, Salya, the shark, Kripa, the current, Karna, the mighty waves, Ashwathama and Vikarna, the dread alligators, and Duryodhana, the whirlpool. But thou, O Krishna, was the ferryman. Yes, Prabhu.
May the spotless lotus of the Mahabharata water of the word of Vyasa, and of which the Bhagavad Gita is the irresistible sweet fragrance, and a tales of hero, the full-blown petals, fully opened by the talk of Lord Hari, who destroyed the sins of Kali Yuga, and on which daily light the nectar-seeking souls, and so many bees, swarming joyously, may this lotus of the Mahabharata bestow on the highest good.
Salutations to the Lord Krishna, the embodiment of supreme bliss, by whose grace and compassion the dumb become eloquent, and the lame scale mountains. Him I salute. Foolish followers of foolish speculators cannot understand the meaning of offering salutations to Lord Krishna, the embodiment of bliss. Shankara himself offered his salutations to Lord Krishna so that some of his intelligent followers might understand the real fact by the example set by the great master. Shankara, the incarnation of Lord Shiva, but there are many obstinate followers of Shankara who refuse to offer their salutations to Lord Krishna and instead mislead innocent person by injecting materialism into the Bhagavad Gita and confusing innocent readers by their commentaries. And consequently, the readers never have the opportunity to become blessed by offering salutations to Lord Krishna, the cause of all causes. The greatest disservice to humanity is to keep mankind in darkness about the science of Krishna or Krishna consciousness by distorting the sense of the Gita. Yes, please.
अभी ये कंटिन्यू कर ये वाला पैरा कंटिन्यू करने के बाद मैं ना साइलेंट पे रहूंगा मतलब मैं
Okay.
ड्रॉप नहीं
Oh,
करता हूँ मैं साइलेंट पे रहूंगा ठीक है
Okay, Guruji. Okay.
Salutation to that supreme shining one whom the creator Brahma Varuna Indra Rudra Maruta all the divine beings praise with hymns whose glories are sung by the verses of Vedas of whom the singers of Sama sings and of whose glories the Upanishad proclaims in full sure, whom the yogi sees with their mind absorbed in perfect meditation, and of no, not the supreme God Krishna be all salutation. Him we salute, him we salute, him we salute.
By recitation of the ninth verse of his meditation, quoted from the Srimad Bhagavatam, Shankara has indicated that Lord Krishna is worshipable by one and all, including himself. He gives hints to materialists, impersonalists, mental speculators, void philosophers, and all other candidates subjected to the punishment of material misery. Just offer salutations to Lord Krishna, who is worshipped by Brahma, Shiva, Varuna, Indra, and all other demigods. He has not mentioned, however, the name of Vishnu because Vishnu is identical with Krishna. The Vedas and the Upanishads are meant for understanding the process by which one can surrender into Krishna. The yogis try to see him within themselves by meditation. In other words, it is for all the demigods and demons who do not know where the ultimate end is that Shankara teaches. And he especially instructs the demons and the fools to offer salutations to Krishna and his words, the Bhagavad Gita, by following in his footsteps. Only by such acts will the demons be benefited, not by misleading their innocent followers by so-called mental speculations or show mortal meditation. Shankara directly offers salutation to Krishna as if to show the fools who are searching after light, and that he is a light like the sun. But the fallen demons are like owls. They will not open their eyes on account of their fear of the sunlight itself. These owls will never open their eyes to see the sublime light of Krishna and his words, the Bhagavad Gita. They will, however, comment on the Gita with their closed owl eyes to mislead the unfortunate readers and followers. Shankara, however, disclosed the light to his less intelligent followers and and shows the Bhagavad Gita and the Krishna are the only source of light. This is all to teach the sincere seekers of truth to offer salutation to Lord Krishna and the surrender unto him without misgivings. That is the highest perfection of life, and that is the highest teaching of Shankara, the great learned scholar whose teachings drove the widest philosophy of Buddha out of India, the land of knowledge. Om Tat Sat. तो ये ड्रॉप कर देते हैं, यहाँ पे ना कोई आया नहीं है तो ड्रॉप कर रहे हैं, कल कंटिन्यू करते हैं। ओके,
Hare Krishna, भैया।
Hare Krishna, thank you for coming. One check on the master the person the Bhagavad Gita Vaishnav Jagad Guru Shubha Bhat ki. Thank you for joining for me. Hare Krishna.